How many seniors we got in here? How many of y'all done?
I'm gonna be a senior next year.
You gonna be a senior next year? Who's a senior? Oh, all right. Hey, yo, well, check this out. I'm Eric Douglas, man. I'm 26. Who the oldest person in here? How old are you? 19? 19? That's what's up, man. You're 11? Yo, let me tell y'all my story, man. When I was 17, I graduated from A. Leaf Taylor High School, man, on the southwest side. Oh, yeah? When I graduated high school, I left Houston, man. I moved to Atlanta, Georgia to go to Morehouse College. Oh, yeah? I went to Atlanta, Georgia so that I could go to school, but I ain't had no bread. I had no money. Who know how much college costs out there at Morehouse? About 30 grand, 30 racks, something like that. But I had to drink. So I said, you know what? I'm only applying to one school. Just gonna apply to Morehouse. That's where I wanna be. I'm not gonna settle for nothing less. That's what's up. Howard, congratulations. So that's what I did. They accepted me. I moved out there. Got there on campus. It was beautiful, man. It was hot, but it was beautiful. I'm walking around to my dorm and I'm just praying. I'm like, yo, I hope they got my name on the dorm room because I ain't paid them no bread yet. You see, before you get there, you gotta give them 9 racks. Out the gate, you gotta give them $9,000 before you could even show up. So I'm showing up on the plane hoping that my name is on the list so that I could get into school. Got there, my name was on the list, I had a dorm room, I got set up, it was all good to go. Until they sent me that first letter. Dear Eric Douglas, if you don't give us our money by X date, you got to go home. So I'm sitting there in my dorm room and I'm thinking to myself, dang, man, why I come all the way out here, man? I came all the way out here just to get sent back home. What am I gonna tell my friends? What am I gonna tell my mom? What am I gonna tell everybody? Everybody hyped it up. Oh, E leaving, man. E going to the A, man. It's gonna be popping. I'm gonna come back looking like what? That's how I felt. My back was against the wall. I had to do something. When I was in high school, I was a DJ. So I thought I'm gonna move out to the A, get my DJ on, produce some beats, link up with Jeezy and them or something like that, and go do my thing. Well, when I got to Atlanta, it wasn't no work. Everybody's a DJ in Atlanta.
That's where the money is.
So I'm thinking to myself, I gotta come up with something else. I gotta do something new. Wound up, a couple weeks go by. I'm in classes and I'm flunking my tests because I can't afford books. I had to sell my DJ equipment. It's the only way I could get up $500 so I could buy books. Don't y'all know one book in college costs about $250? And they'll let you sell it back for about $15 or $20. I sold $2,000 worth of DJ equipment for $1,000 just so that I could buy a couple books for classes. So now I'm really stuck. My main hustle is gone out the window. I still ain't got enough money to pay for school, and I'm steady getting these letters and getting called down to the financial aid office. Lo and behold, somehow, it was a guy by the name of Dewey Fowler from 3rd Ward. He just happened to be the SGA president that year. I was in the dean's office, my boy was talking to me, and I said, man, already, bro. And he stopped. We all the way in Atlanta. Don't nobody say already in Atlanta. I said, hey, man, you from Houston? I said, yeah. Oh, I'm from 3rd Ward, man. He started talking to me. I told him my story. I said, listen, man, I'm out here, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm stuck. I don't have no money, and they asking for all this money. I don't have it. It's like, man, don't even sweat that, man. I know the director of financial aid. I'm gonna walk you in the office, and you're gonna be all right. So the next day, I met up with him. He walked me into the financial aid office. To make a long story short, he walked me right into that office. I sat down, and the guy approved me for enough loans, grants, and scholarships to stay for my first year. He said, but listen, son, if you want to stay here past this first year, you're gonna have to come up with something. These scholarships gonna expire, these grants gonna expire, you gotta do something. So I said, thank you. I went back to my dorm room and I said, all right, it's grind time. So this is my story. When I left to go to college, I just wanted to work for an advertising agency. I wanted to make Nike ads. See, I like kicks. I just wanted to make commercials. Stuff that you see on TV during the games, that's what I wanted to do. But here I am in this position where I gotta do something greater. I gotta find a way to make money. I wound up starting a company called OPM Design Lab. It was a graphic design company. I started off doing work on the dorms, in campus, doing people's posters and things like that. And about a year afterwards, after I spent a lot of time working and a lot of time hustling, a lot of time thinking, a lot of time planning, all of a sudden I'm getting phone calls from Jeezy and them. I'm getting phone calls from Wayne's manager. I'm getting phone calls from record labels, BMI, recording agencies. I'm doing work for all the nightclubs in the city. I get a phone call from somebody in Nashville. The next thing I know, I'm doing work in 5 or 6 states. Somehow, I went to school with $0, and I wound up starting a company to put my name all over the country, working with my favorite artists. Can you imagine being in college, walking to class with your iPod on, listening to the same artist who's emailing you back and forth trying to get his mixtape cover right? It became a dream, but I was living it. During this process, I learned a lot of things about how you make a dream happen and how you make a dream work. Because really, I graduated from high school, but nobody told me the real game. Nobody told me what it really took to make a dream work. So this is what we're about to talk about today. First principle, you were created to impact the world. How many people in here got a dream? Anybody got enough courage to say it out loud? Let me hear you.
I want to be a motivational speaker.
Awesome, let me hear you. Awesome, let me hear you.
I want to be a young speaker.
That's what's up.
I want to make that one.
That's what's up. Photographer? That's what's up, let me hear you. Rapper? That's what's up. Have you ever asked yourself why you have that dream? Why do you dream that?
I know why, because I'm very outspoken.
That's what's up. Anybody else? Why you want to rap, man? My man, why you want to rap, man? Because you good at it? What? That's what's up. I'm glad to hear that. My first principle that I learned is don't leave the world the same way you found it. With your gifts, with your dream, you have an opportunity to change something in this world. If you're gonna rap, you got an opportunity to change the game. Or you could just get in the game and do the same thing everybody else is doing. If there's something special about you, it's a reason why you're supposed to be doing what you're doing. You want to be a motivational speaker because there's something that you have to say to people that nobody else is saying. Use your gift to make an impact on somebody else. Don't just get in the game and blend in. Get in the game and be different. Your greatness is in your gifts. Who in here has a gift? Something that you do better than anybody else?
I call it my talent.
Your hands?
I do have a
That's what's up. Anybody else? Think about it, man. There's something that you do better than anybody else. Talking? That's what's up. There's some people that make a lot of money talking. Y'all know Oprah?
Oh, I can't. I ain't never thought about it.
Oprah put $1 billion on the board by talking. Think about that. There is no gift that's too small as long as you think about the fact that your greatness is in your gifts. Oprah was a great talker. So she made an empire out of it and she's a billionaire now. Everything she want to get, right? Off of her gifts. And she's great at it. Be motivated by purpose. This is what we're talking about. How many of y'all think that Oprah wanted to make $1 billion when she got into the game?
I don't think she wanted no money. She didn't want no money.
Just because.
They want her paying to be no billionaire.
So do you think when Oprah sat down to start her company, Harpo, she was like, I'm about to get to this money. They not even finna see me coming. I'm about to stack my bread. I'm about to come up. What do you think Oprah was motivated by?
Just making people.
Because she knew she had a gift. And there was a reason why she had that gift. And she was determined to find her purpose. And as soon as she found her purpose or her lane, she attacked it. And after time goes by, she became great. She became wealthy. Do what you were born to do. Oprah was born to do that. What are you born to do? You born to who? Think about that, man. Your greatness is in your gifts, but there is something specific that each and every one of us are born to do, and nobody could do it any better than us. LeBron James, what was he born to do? You think? Football first? What's he really great at? Who's better than him at basketball? Michael Jordan?
Nah.
Kobe? Kevin Durant better than LeBron?
No.
Nah?
No, he ain't.
So can you imagine LeBron James? Yo, no. Hey, it's LeBron's time right now, and ain't nobody better than LeBron at basketball, but what if LeBron were a chef? Do you think he would be the greatest chef in the world? Would people still be talking about that?
Kobe, if he a chef.
Well, I'm saying if he's not doing what he was born to do, he's just a mediocre chef. I got a partner, his name LeBron, and he cook real good. What else? No, I got a partner named LeBron. He's the best basketball player in the world. Do what you were born to do. You got to find out what it is you're here to do, and you got to do that. You got to perfect it. And that's how you become the greatest, right? Don't quit. Never settle. Now, LeBron James had a really great story. Went to high school. He was on ESPN the whole time. It was easy for him to make it straight to the top. But it's a lot of people who are in the league doing what they were born to do that didn't quit. They wasn't the number one pick right out of high school. They didn't get all the TV coverage. A lot of us are walking that same journey. So we got to work hard. And if you're working hard, if you're a hard worker, if you're doing what you got to do, if you're trying to get on, and it's a million rappers out here, you got to understand it's going to be times when you're looking for something and it's not there. Don't quit and never settle. If LeBron James would have settled in middle school or in high school for football, do you think he'd be the greatest football player ever? What if he would have tried something different? What if he would have settled because it was easier? Instead of working out all them times, spending all them hours working, what if he would have settled for something easy? You know what? I'm just gonna graduate, go on to college, and go be a chef, man. Cause I make a bomb peanut butter and jelly sandwich. What if he would have thought like that and he would have settled for it because he was like, you know what? I'm sick of practicing, man. I've been practicing 5 hours a day. I'm sick of this. Don't settle because you'll never make it to the greatness that you were supposed to make it to if you settle for something less. You don't need permission to be great. Now, we grow up in school and you gotta have permission to speak, permission to go to the bathroom. When you in school, you gotta follow them rules. But when you get out into the real world and you decide you wanna be great, you ain't got to wait for nobody to tell you. You ain't gotta wait for nobody to tell you, you know what? Go ahead and be great. You know why? Because ain't nobody gonna tell you that. Ain't nobody gonna tell you to be great. You gotta tell yourself. You gotta decide yourself that you great. And I'm gonna be that. Because if somebody is great, they're gonna keep the juice. They don't want you to be great with them. They're not gonna tell you that. And if somebody's not great, they're not gonna push you to be something greater than they are. Don't wait for nobody, not your friends, not your parents, not your teachers. If you decide that you wanna be great, do it. Decide today, be great. And don't look back. So if you want to be great, you got to have goals, right? Who in here writes down their goals? You do? That's what's up. An unwritten goal is only a wish. If you're not writing your goals down, you ain't chasing after nothing. Now, you say you want to do this and you say you want to do that. What are your goals? Right? Where are you going to be 5 years from now?
We graduate now.
Be in college doing what?
I'm major in education.
Do you have that written down somewhere? Let me tell you something. I got an app on my phone called Evernote. It's a notebook app. I write down everything. I got about 1,000 notes in there. Why? Because every time I see something on TV or I see something in the world, I'm like, I got to get that, or I got to do that, or this is what I need to be thinking about. I write it down. Why? Because immediately it goes from a wish to a goal as soon as you write it down. Because once you write something down, it becomes real. Until then, it's just in your imagination. Set your own standard. This is almost the same thing we were talking about before. Don't wait for anybody to tell you to be great. Because you hanging out with people and they not trying to be great, they ain't got no dream they trying to chase, they standard is gonna be here. But if you're trying to be great, your standard gotta be here. That's exactly right. How many people LeBron James hooped with in high school that did not make it to where he went? One? It's 15 members on the team every single year, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. They got JV team, varsity team, freshman, and sophomore team. He played in middle school and AAU basketball. It might have been 150, 200 guys he hooped with, or at least guys that he knew that was on the circuit. And how much do we hear about them guys?
No, ain't one of them in the
Maybe. One of them. Who on ESPN every night? LeBron. So whose standard was he playing by?
Yeah.
Set your own standard. Forget about your friends, man. Love them to death. Kick it with them. Spend time with them. That's cool. But when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, your standard should be higher than the people around you. Don't settle. There's a difference between greatness and rareness. Anybody understand the difference between greatness and rareness? Rareness, something that happens every so often. Half-court shot. Every so often it'll go in. Greatness, butter. I don't miss. When you're trying to be great, you can't settle for rareness. You come to class, you don't study, and you mess around and get an A on a test. That greatness? That's rareness. That's rare. Because if you don't, it's luck. Because if you don't study for your test and you don't do what you're supposed to do every day, and you mess around and get an A in your class, it's rareness. What's the difference though? What does it take to move from rareness to greatness? What you think?
Practice. You gotta practice.
Practice. Hard work on a daily basis. It takes greatness to achieve a dream. It takes greatness to achieve a dream. So if you're trying to be great, you gotta work at it every day. An even better version of you is just outside your comfort zone. It's real easy to sit still in your chair and watch the world go by. It's real easy for me to sit at the house and, I don't know, play on the internet. Be on worldstarhiphop.com, chilling right now. I'm standing here talking to you. This is just a little bit outside of my comfort zone. Look at you. If you want to be great, if you want to make your dream work, you got to live outside your comfort zone. It might be cool for you to go to school, come home, watch TV, eat a snack, go outside, hoop, watch more TV, go to sleep, wake up, go to school again. That's your comfort zone. But what are you doing that's outside of that routine? What are you doing that's pushing the limits of what you're comfortable doing so that you can be greater tomorrow than you are today? If you want to be a better version of you, you got to step outside your comfort zone on a regular basis. Opportunity is free. Work is expensive. It's interesting, man, because we all waiting for our opportunity to blow. We all waiting on that opportunity so that we can be the person that we want to be. That's a free moment. Because when the opportunity comes, it ain't nothing that you did to get it. It's placed in front of you. But it takes work. Are you ready for that work? If they called you right now and said, come to the league, we want you to come hoop, would you be ready for that? You ready to go work 5 hours a day? Hustle? The work is expensive, man. The work is expensive. It costs time to work, and it's hard work. Anything that you want to do, you could be mediocre at it, and you could just slide by. The opportunity is free. They come every single day. Or you could do the hard work that it takes, and you can make that opportunity work for you. Greatness is contagious. It's contagious like the flu. You hang around people that's great, what you gonna be? You hang around people that's sorry, what you gonna be? How many of y'all got sorry friends? Tell the truth. I got them too. Y'all got sorry friends. How much time y'all spend with them sorry friends? 24/7, look at you. That's cool, that's cool. I don't think she's sorry though. I think she's great. Nah. See, you playing. You can't spend time around people that's not trying to be what you're trying to be. Now listen, look, it's nothing against your friends, it's nothing against my friends. I love them to death. But greatness is contagious, so either you need to be putting them on something, or you got to tell them to bring their level up, or you got to keep it moving, right? Because what's more important? Is your dream more important or your friends? I tell you something, man, when I was your age, man, I had like 4 or 5 boys that we used to sit at the lunch table together in high school. We called it the taper table. We all had taper cuts. And couldn't nobody sit at the table unless you had a taper fade. Kicked it with them every single day. We thought we was too cool. We used to freestyle during lunch. Dog, we was best boys. I ain't talked to them boys in 10 years. Now imagine if I would have made decisions in my life based on those guys I was around then. I don't even know. Never cut corners. Who in here takes shortcuts? Watch that. Pay attention. Because when you're taking the shortcuts, you're not doing no hard work. It ain't no shortcut in life. It's really not. So if you're cheating on your exam, that's a shortcut, ain't it?
I just seen it today. I swear.
Cheating on your finals is a shortcut. You know why? Because nobody will give you the answers in life. Ain't no shortcut in life, man. Cheat on repeat. Ain't no repeat to life though. You get one shot out here. And if you cheat out here, you wind up somewhere you don't want to be. Be careful what you expose yourself to. How many of y'all ever heard this saying? Garbage in, garbage out. Garbage in, garbage out. If you watch garbage, you're going to think garbage. You're going to speak garbage. If you listen to garbage, you're going to think garbage. You're going to speak garbage.
So you talking about like an idiot box, like, yeah, like background clips.
Y'all know Steve Jobs? He made the iPhone, the iMac, the iPad. Let me ask you a question. What kind of music you think he was listening to when he made the iPhone?
Classical music. Like,
Can y'all imagine Steve Jobs jamming Chief Keef?
No.
Was Steve Jobs turning up while he was making Apple? Now listen up, that's cool, that's what's up. Because on the weekends, I turn up too. But you gotta understand, what you expose yourself to is gonna alter the way that you think. What you think about and what you speak is based on what you are taking inside of your mind. Garbage in, garbage out. Want for your brother what you want for yourself. This goes for your sisters too. That just means don't be a hater. If you're gonna hang around a crew and y'all decide y'all gonna be great, then you gotta want the same thing for your brother that you want for yourself, right? You gotta want the same thing for your sister that you want for yourself. So when your sister wins, everybody wins.
The lady definitely told us to keep our neighbors close.
There you go.
Keep your friends close and your enemies close.
She was like,
The people around you will have an impact on who you will become. We've been talking about this. I'm sorry, friends. They're gonna pull you down. The great friends gonna pull you up. Over time, you will develop the characteristics of the people you admire the most. Who your role models? Oprah, your sister, D. Wade, Marilyn Monroe, J. Cole.
Y'all gonna be some freaks.
I want y'all to think about something. I want you to think about the person who you admire the most. It might be a movie star, actress, rapper, athlete, and I want you to see yourself. Do you act like them? Do you talk like them? Do you think like them?
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Because I hang around with these niggas. Sometimes.
The more time you spend watching somebody else, the more you're gonna act like them. The more you're gonna think like them. The more you're gonna talk like them. The people who you admire, you're gonna be just like them. Hey, this is a big one, this is a big one. Whatever you do, don't waste time because you'll never get it back, ever. When the last time you lived the same day twice? I'm telling you, man, you ain't never gonna get this time back. This moment today ain't never gonna happen again. Once you leave high school, you finish. This time is up. Whatever you do with this time is what you did with it. It ain't gonna come back around. That's what's up. How many of y'all know there are things more valuable than money? Like friendship, that's a good one. What else? Love, that's what's up.
loyalty.
Loyalty, that's what's up. What about time?
Loyalty.
What about time? Hey, don't let nobody put a dollar value on your time. Your time is priceless. Time is worth way more than money. Way more than money. And everybody who has ever lived has only had 24 hours each day. I mean, MLK had 24 hours. Beyonce got 24 hours. Jay-Z got 24 hours. Barack had 24 hours, and they did everything that they did with the same 24 hours we got. Time is the most valuable thing. It's what you do with it that takes you where you go. Choice always involves a loss. So whatever you choose to do with your time, you're taking an L somewhere else. If you're playing a video game, you're taking an L on something else. Right? You can never make a choice in life without taking an L because you're going to lose something. Because it's one or the other. You can't go left and right. There you go, you're choosing. You're taking an L somewhere, bruh. It's a waste of time to want something if you don't intend on doing what it takes to get it. Everybody got a dream, everybody got a dream, everybody wants something. But if you're not gonna do what it takes to get it, then what's the point of wanting it? You're wasting energy. You gotta put that energy into action. What's that?
I do a lot of stuff I say I would do.
You got to, man. Because if you're not gonna do what it takes to get it, then you're wasting your time thinking about it. Remember the mistakes you make. Why? Because you're gonna have plenty of opportunities to make them again. Learn from your mistakes. A lot of times it's easy to try to forget our mistakes. I don't want to think about that. But you gotta remember the lessons that you learn from your mistakes. Because every single year you're gonna have another opportunity to make the same mistake over and over again. And if you wanna make this dream work, you're gonna have to remember those mistakes. Don't get so caught up in the mist that you miss the mission. What's the mist? The party, that's the mist. There you go.
Drinking and the smoking.
Drinking and smoking, that's the mist. The girls, that could be the mist. There you go, that's the mist. But what's your mission? What's your mission? It's your dream, right?
Graduate.
It's real easy to get caught up in the mist, I promise you, especially when you leave high school. Because when you leave this place and you have access to the whole world, that's it. It's easy to get lost in the mist. A lot of my boys who I was cool with in high school got lost in the mist. They lost in the mist. But I'm on a mission, so I gotta stay focused. Success depends on your ability to avoid distractions. That's the mist right there. That's even television. Television could be the mist if you get lost in it. The Xbox could be the mist. PlayStation could be the mist. All that. If you want to be successful, you got to be able to avoid distractions, because if you live a distracted life, you'll never make it where you're trying to go. It's like driving distracted. You're going to miss your turn every time. Learn to work while others rest. Now, y'all dumped on my boy Kobe earlier, but one thing I admire about Kobe is his work ethic. He going to go harder than anybody else in the gym. Anybody. And that's why he's as great as he is. That's why he got them 5 rings. You can't hate on it, you can't front on it. He got them championships. You can't front on that, he got them rings. And it's because he gonna get them too, but it's for the same reason. Because he learned to work while others rest. Man, I got a boy that played professional basketball, and I know a couple of ball players. Jonathan Blake played in the D-League, he's in China right now playing. And I tell you what, a lot of them boys that hoop, get that contract, get that money, and they chill. You'll see them on that 2K just as much as you see them on the basketball court. So you think that everybody in the league working out like LeBron and them? They not. That's why they so much greater. That's why Kobe was so much greater than a lot of the other cats, and he's still hooping. Well, he hurt, but you know, he's still out there. It's because the work ethic, man. That's what separates you from the next person, is how hard you work. Theirs has nothing to do with yours. Stay focused, stay focused, stay focused. You want? It's LeBron time right now, man. It's LeBron time. And hey, I'm so glad you said that, because it has everything to do with what we're talking about. Theirs has nothing to do with yours. Kobe ain't got nothing to do with what you're doing here right now. LeBron ain't got nothing to do with that. Stay focused. You thinking about what Kobe doing and who better than who? Who you better than, man? Who you better than? Stay focused. Kobe life is cool to look at. LeBron games is cool to look at, but that has nothing to do with you. You on IG checking out what somebody else just copped at the mall? That ain't got nothing to do with you. Stay focused. His ain't got nothing to do with yours. Hers ain't got nothing to do with yours. Stay focused. Never lose control of your own happiness, right? We out here dream chasing. We out here trying to make something happen, man. We can't let other people get us upset. We can't let other people take us off our grind, take us off our focus. You are in control of your mindset. You are in control of your mindset. You decide to be happy. You decide to do what you're gonna do when you wake up in the morning. You can't let somebody else knock you off your game. Be respected. Popularity is useless, useless, useless. Ain't nobody gonna cut you a check because you popular. Ain't nobody gonna give you an opportunity because you popular. Respect is valuable, because if somebody respects you, they gonna help you. Being popular don't mean nothing. Be respected. Your ideas are worth more than your labor. Y'all imagine Steve Jobs working a 9 to 5. He probably make a little bit of money. Got him a nice little Beamer, cool little condo, living a nice little life. He would have did okay. But his ideas were worth so much more than what he could do with his hands. Same thing goes for us. Started in his garage. And it was a 30-year come up. Apple worth $600 billion today. He started it in his garage.
It ain't about beats. Like, what is going on?
You know what I'm saying? Now listen, working with his hands, his labor, never would have been able to put them kind of numbers on the board. Should have. So take your imagination seriously. Who in here got an imagination? Nah, everybody doesn't take it seriously though. How do you think he dreamed up the iPad and the iPhone? Of course he did. No. He loved technology and ideas, and he started the company. He called it Apple because of the story of the apple falling from the tree. That's when Isaac Newton discovered gravity. Because it was an idea that changed the world forever. And Steve Jobs said he wanted to put a dent in the universe. He wanted to change the world forever. He took his imagination seriously, and he actually did it. All right, this is probably the most important one, man. And we're going to wrap it up here because I do want to open up for questions, man. Add value to your ideas every day. Every day. Every day. That's that work ethic. Every day. Do something. Think, write, draw, create. Do something. You have to add value to your idea every day. Apple was a 30-year come up from 0 to 600 billion. Why? because that's 30 years of progress, 30 years of adding value every single day. And they were able to create the most valuable company in the world from their garage because they added value to it every day. That's hustle. What's up? No, on the way up. He did his thing on the way up. But what it's worth today was not what it was worth in the beginning. He was driving a Mercedes early in the game when they got their first investment rounds. Yeah, I know, right? That's tough. Listen, I think we're out of time, man. I did want to leave the floor open for questions. If you guys had any questions, y'all can ask anything you want to ask. What's up?
Okay, what are you?
What am I? I'm an entrepreneur.
Okay, when you, I'm not done.
All right, let her ask a question.
When you really want to be an entrepreneur?
When did what?
When you know you want to be an entrepreneur?
When I got to college.
So you were going to college for PhD?
No, when I got to college, I didn't have enough money to pay tuition. So I started a company so that I could pay tuition. And I wound up as an entrepreneur because of the circumstance. Right? Once I started a business, I never looked back. Because once you understand that if you own your own business, you own your own time and nobody can tell you what to do with it. What's my business? I started a company called OPM Design Lab. We did graphic design work for artists, nightclubs, and small businesses. Now I run a company called Genesis One Creative, and I consult nonprofits to help them communicate better. I also have a content label called Thrive Digital, and that's some of our content there. What's up?
When I followed you on Instagram, went to your release, you make your own page.
Yep. Yeah. Thank you. That's what I did for artists. That's what I did when I was living in Atlanta. I did that for artists like Lil Wayne and Jeezy. No, I live here now. And now I do it for myself. What's up? No, that's for me, man. That's my thing, man. Yeah, I think so. If I remember correctly. I don't remember. What's up? Oh, man, come on. That's a personal question.
As you say, any questions?
I said, listen, look, I said you can ask anything. I ain't say I was gonna give you an answer. Listen, look, it's rude to ask a person how much they make a year, because if I told y'all I made $10 billion a year, y'all would be hating on me, right? No, I'm lying. I tell you this because this is interesting, and I am willing to tell you this. When I was in college, I was 19 years old. I was in school taking a full, I was in school taking a full course load at 19 years old. I was in college. I was taking 16 credit hours, and I was running a company, and I made over $100,000 that year while I was in school.
There's no good. You make money.
I'm your daughter.
It depends on what you do with your ideas. Listen, you can go as far as you want to go. Who would have ever thought that Oprah would have made $1 billion talking? It does not matter what you do. Follow your dream, find your gifts, and you can add value to it every day, then you can make money. It doesn't matter. There's no limit to what you can do, guys. If there are no more questions, I think it's time to go.
I like people that talk.
Yeah, man.
We got another session.
I think y'all do.